It has been 8 months since I last set foot on the Appalachian Trail. It has been 8 months since I carried a fully loaded backpack. It has been 8 months since I set up a tent and camped out anywhere. Not just the Appalachian Trail, but anywhere. This weekend, I set out to do just that. Stick around to see what happens. Hitting some woody gap. I am here on the Appalachian Trail, fixing to do a little one-night hike. And boy, oh boy, I came here after work, and it took me, hello Yellow Jacket, it took me like 30 minutes of circling before a parking spot opened up, because it is a gorgeous day out here, and everybody is here, like everybody. So yeah, apparently this is the place to be. But yes, now that I have a parking spot, I'm gonna wander into the woods and go away, bee. Sorry, and see how. Yes, hello. Yes, see Mr. Yellow Jacket there? Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna wander into the woods and see how far I get. I don't have a lot of daylight left now, so probably not far. But hey, I'll take what I can get, and we're gonna see how my back does carrying a pack for the first time since March. Hey y'all, so far so good. I have about 3/10 of a mile to go to get to Preacher Rock with the epic views that are there. And guys, I just ran across a real live thru hiker going southbound, and he told me his name, and just that fast I forgot it. Dadgummit. Curse you, ADHD. The ADHD squirrel stole his name from my brain. But I did run into a real live thru hiker. I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous. It's all right, March is coming. March is coming. 148 days till I start walking. And you know what, guys? So far, so good. I'm not sure how much my pack weighs. Somewhere 20, maybe 22. I'm guessing. I don't know where my scale is to weigh it. I'm just guessing. Probably about 20, I think. But so far, so good. My back is not arguing. I feel good. I am definitely in better shape than the last time I walked this path in March. Of course, I'm coming up to the steep part in just a minute, but I think it's going to be all right. And I had originally planned on going to the Lance Creek campground, was my original thought, but since I got here so late, and I'm starting to get sleepy. Remember, guys, I woke up at 3:30 this morning to go to work, so I'm starting to get sleepy. So I'm really thinking that I'm just going to camp out there by Preacher Rock. There's a great little campsite behind Preacher Rock where I stayed last time I was here. And I just might camp there. Or maybe I'll keep going. I don't know. But I just know I'm starting to get sleepy. It gets dark early. And I don't want to push myself too hard this first time out. I don't want to stress myself about getting somewhere, before dark, when I haven't, had any practice pitching my tent in 8 months. I just figure I'm not going to stress myself out that much. But so far, so good. And it feels great to be back out here, y'all. It feels great. Okay, so this last little bit is the worst. From Woody Gap, going northbound up to Preacher Rock. First 7/10 of a mile are easy, and after that it gets steep, but it's doable. Look at this, guys. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Right now it's about 60 degrees, maybe upper 50s. Tonight it is going to drop into the 30s. Nothing I haven't dealt with before. Not exactly my favorite thing in the world, but one night it's fine. Look at that sky. It is amazing. Okay, y'all, here we are. The last few feet, and it's taken me just over an hour, like an hour and 2 minutes to get here, which honestly, I'm shocked. That's a lot better than I expected, and a heck of a lot better than I was doing in March when I was on the trail for real. So, yay, winning. All right, stay tuned for views. I'll show you the view. Let's take you back here. The thru hiker I met earlier didn't even know this spot existed. And honestly, I didn't know this spot existed until last year. But back here, all right, Preacher Rock is there. Directly behind it is this perfect little campsite, tucked away. And this is where I stayed in March, where I had one of my epic meltdowns here. I remember when I stayed here in March, it was the exact opposite of this weather. It was cold and foggy and rainy and drizzly and miserable. Now it's just gonna be cold. But yeah, so we go right across the trail from Preacher Rock. And looky here. Great little campsite. Pretty much flat. And kind of hidden behind these rocks. Room for a couple tents. Obviously lots of trees for a hammock if you're a tree hanging person. And yeah, so this here is going to be my home for the night. Oh look, somebody had a little mini fire ring here. I will not be using that because I suck at making fires, and yeah, I'm just going to wear all my layers. But yes, this will be my home for the night, right here. Get rid of this backpack and show you all the views. Okay folks, here we are on top of Preacher Rock. Look at these views.
No. That's cute. Come here, girls.
Let's see if we can get close up.
I'm coming. Yeah, this will be a better view.
Colors are
Likely,
starting to pop.
Yeah, honey, I want a picture. Yes, we walked all the way up here.
Okay, y'all, I have got my tent set up. It took me a minute, but I got it. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. It'll work. My tent is the Z-Packs Duplex. It weighs like a pound, and it is the best tent ever. I love it. And now I have got my sleeping pad inflated. I have, what do I have? A Thermarest Neo Air X Therm NXT, which is basically a 4-season sleeping pad. I can sleep on a glacier and be fine. But I will not be sleeping on a glacier because I hate cold weather. I have to show y'all my one little luxury item that I bring that has been absolutely a lifesaver for me. If I can get hold of it here. Come on, you. This little air pump. What is it? Is a Flex Tail Gear tiny pump. I got it on Amazon. One of my friends had one and swore by it, and I got it. That 4-season sleeping pad takes forever to inflate manually. It comes with a little pump sack to, like, you know, blow it up manually, and it takes forever. This, it takes 5 minutes. So this is my little luxury item that I refuse to leave home without for an overnight trip. Okay, so next on my sleeping pad, I have this Sea to Summit sleeping bag liner. This will give me, I think they said, an extra 10 or so degrees of warmth. I forget what the exact rating is, but it does give extra warmth. You know, the more layers, the better, because it will be down into the 30s tonight. So, you know, I got my 4-season sleeping pad that keeps me from getting cold from the ground. I got the sleeping bag liner. And now the last part. Right, so on top of that, everything's a little wonky here. I have my 10-degree in length equipment down quilt. And the difference between a quilt and a sleeping bag, see, there's no bottom part to it. It's basically just a top layer, and then you can cinch the bottom closed for like a foot box to keep your feet warm and cozy. And it does kind of attach itself to the sleeping pad with a strap there. But this is rated for weather going down to 10 degrees. I think that's the survival rating. It will keep you alive down to 10 degrees. It's only going to get down in the 30s tonight, so hopefully I won't have to worry about 10 degrees. And I have never, well, one time I was cold in this one time. But that's because it was extra windy where I was. It was on Springer Mountain. It was awful. But yeah, I am always snug as a bug in a rug with my little setup here between the pad, the liner, the down quilt, and then of course when I get ready for bed tonight, I will be wearing merino wool base layers, and then, you know, probably this shirt over top it. And I do have a down jacket and a balaclava hoodie thing to like keep all of my head warm. It's gonna be cold, and I hate the cold. I hate the cold a whole heck of a lot. So I come prepared. So yeah, I have my glove liners, I have my gloves, I got my balaclava, I got my down jacket, I got my merino wool layers. I am all set for just about everything. And now that I got this done, I'm gonna make dinner. Oh yeah, one more random factoid before I go make my dinner. You notice I didn't have a pillow in there. I've tried those little inflatable pillows before, but I hated them because they could either too squishy, too firm. Just call me Goldilocks, right? I could never get it just right. But on my hike in March, I had a thru hiker show me a trick. This little stuff sack here. Any clothing that I'm not wearing, like whatever is not on the winter layers, and just other random odds and ends that I have will go in here, and this will be my pillow tonight. And then in the morning, this turns back into a stuff sack holding whatever I had stuffed in it. But it does double duty as a pillow. So now you know. I know you're just ecstatic that you know that now. I know that just makes your whole day better now that you know that I do have a pillow. All right, now I'm gonna go find food. Okay, so there's nothing like dinner with a view. I've got my stove going, boiling some water. I've got my cup with my tea bag, just waiting for it. Dinner is going to be this rice. I forget what flavor it is, but it's one of those Knorr rice sides you get at Walmart for like $1. And what I'll do is I will put boiling water in here. This is a freezer bag, so it can handle the boiled water. Then I will put that in this homemade little koozie thing, and it'll sit there for about 20 minutes. I'll be done. I have a packet of chicken that I can add to it if I want to. I might not. And then I also have some applesauce and some protein peanut butter cups. I can pretend they're Reese's. And it's not going to work, but I can pretend. Yes, I'm just waiting for my water to boil and enjoying the food. This is way better than staring at a wall. Okay, y'all, dinner has been eaten, food bag has been put in the tree, and give you one last little view here of the sunset. And I'm going to go to my tent and start getting cozy. I am absolutely a wimp. And yes, I am completely bundled up. And yes, I will be warm. I don't know if y'all can hear me. I will be warm tonight for sure. As long as I stay buried in my nest, I will be fine. Yeah, I am all set for the night, guys. And I think all the tourists have left. I hear a lot of silence, which is fantastic. That's what I've been waiting for. All day at work, I kept saying, the minute I am off work. I am running away into the forest. I'm going to be in my tent with nobody. And it's going to be great. And finally, I'm here in my tent with nobody. And it's great. So, yeah. Anyway, nighty-night, y'all. Good morning, fabulous people. Happy Sunday. It is 7-something in the morning, and I'm finally crawling out of my nest. I've been awake since 4, because my body told me, oh, it's 5 o'clock, you know, time went back last night. Normally I'm at work by 4:30 in the morning, so when my body thought it was 5 o'clock, it's like, oh, hey, we're wide awake now. This is, you know, we're working now. No, we're not. We're laying here and we're sleeping now. So I just kind of dozed off and on between 4 and whatever, 7, whatever time it is, 7:30 I think it is now. And I'm now fixing to get up and find my food bag, if I can remember where I hung it, and make breakfast and take all this stuff down and go home. Actually probably go to like Waffle House or something. Yeah, 'cause coffee. And my night was not too bad. I stayed warm all night. My back was basically fine. I have trouble flipping over and getting up at night, just in general, because of the tendinopathy in my hip. I can't just flip over. I can't just pop up and get up. I kind of have to like slide over to the edge of my mattress and like kind of lean over and pull myself up and then flip over. It's like this whole ordeal, which is tricky on a regular mattress. It is way more tricky on an air pad on the ground, but it was doable. It was doable. Again, nothing that I don't already deal with. Nothing out of the ordinary. I'm just thankful I have like a fancy schmancy, you know, massage gun thing at home that I can fix my tendinopathy with. Every time it starts acting up really bad, that fixes it. And I've got my physical therapy and whatnot to do, but yeah, it was annoying and difficult, but again, this is my normal day-to-day life. It's a normal day-to-day thing, so, you know, whatever. I survived, even though I came straight from work and smelled like bacon. The bears left me alone. I kept myself amused with Sherlock Holmes audiobooks all night. Yeah, and everything went well. It is supposed to rain today, but like supposedly not till like 5 o'clock, and I'll be out of here way before then. Now I say supposedly because just because the weather forecast says something means nothing, because the mountains are like, oh, that's cute, and they do what they want. But of course I brought my rain jacket, so, you know, 6 one way, half a dozen the other, whatever. Ain't nothing but a thing. So now I'm going to go find my food bag and get coffee. Well, I was going to eat on Preacher Rock like I did last night. You know, watch the sunrise, yada yada. It's windy out there. It is so windy out there. So I'm hiding in my tent. Is behind a rock. Here, see that rock? Hopefully y'all saw that rock. It blocks the wind. So I'm having my breakfast here. My breakfast is oatmeal and Carnation Instant Breakfast and Black Rifle coffee. Well, it will be as soon as my water gets done boiling. Well, R.I.P. little wolf spider dude. I was trying to not kill him. I was actually trying to get out of his way. He was actually on my shoe. And I was trying to move so that I could, like, shake him off outside somewhere, but I'm uncoordinated and it's difficult for me to move quickly, and so rest in peace, little dude. Wrong place, wrong time. Alright, it's about 10 after 10, and I am finally packed up and heading out. I'm going to take y'all back over here to Preacher Rock, and we can see the view. And today is still a nice day. It's cooler. The wind has calmed down some from what it was this morning. And it's overcast, but it's not raining, so it's not a bad day. And it did take me a bit longer to pack everything up. I mean, it always takes me forever because I am not a morning person and I move very slowly in the morning, but, you know, with the normal back stiffness that shows up in the mornings, just in general anyway, I think that's the arthritis. And the hip thing, taking a few minutes to get warmed up, yeah, it took me a while to get everything together and put back together and get my pack on, but really nothing outside of normal, honestly. Maybe a little slower than normal, which is sad because I'm really slow, but nothing that's going to be crippling or unmanageable or impossible or even particularly painful. It just is what it is, and it's workable with. It's doable. So yeah, winning. All right, y'all, let's go see the view. I'm out of my tent site, and I hear people on the trail. Yeah, look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at this. Ta-da! Down. Again, thankfully, this particular part of the trail is pretty dang easy. You know, just about 3/10 of a mile are kind of steep. And then the rest of it is easy peasy. You know, I have no problem going up these stairs. I have no problem going down these stairs so far. So this has been a very good test. Of course, the big test is going to be day after Thanksgiving when I start hiking where I left off. And of course, you know, the last 14 miles there in Georgia are, you know, the steepest, most difficult part of Georgia, which, you know, anytime I've done that part more than once, 3-4 times maybe, and it always scares me every time. It's like, oh God, can I really do this? But every time I do. So the real test is going to be Thanksgiving week. But then, after I finish that section that I'm doing, when I start my real hike at the end of March, I'll start at the end of Georgia. And I'll start about 5 miles away from the North Carolina border, wherever Dedxx Creek Gap is, however far that is from the North Carolina border. I think it's like 5-ish miles, I could be wrong. But I'll start there, go northbound from there. And on the off chance I actually make it to Maine, when I get done, I will come back to Georgia, start at Dedxx Creek Gap, and hike back down to Springer Mountain, southbound. Just to kind of mix things up a little bit. I don't want to start at the very beginning again, because I just don't. I've done it so many times. It's like, I'll do it at the end. I had the fun of starting with the bubble at the beginning of the season last year. The fun, the excitement, the buzz of everybody just starting out all at the same time and this big adventure. I did that. So I don't need to do that again this year. I'm just going to start where I end up and keep going northbound. Alright, well, I'm going to get down this rock without killing myself. And talk to you in a minute. I made it back to Woody Gap. I made it back to my car. All is well. Everything is fantastic. And now I'm going to go find more food, because lunch is a thing. Yeah, made it back to my car. And of course, the sun has come out. And it is now a beautiful day. This parking lot, this little secondary parking lot, was completely full yesterday. And then the main parking lot was also completely full yesterday. And I had to circle for like at least 30 minutes before before I found a spot. The spot opened up here along the side of the road. And thankfully nothing happened to my car overnight. Hey folks, I have made it home. I am back in civilization. Ew, civilization, gross. But there is something to be said for hot showers. So that's a perk. Yeah, mission accomplished. It was a success. Everything is fantastic. So I have to give out several shout outs to those who helped make this weekend and any future hiking I do possible. So thank you to Dr. Carringer of Carringer Wellness Center in East Denali, Georgia. Excellent chiropractic care. They fixed my spine and are fantastic. Part 2 is thank you to Dr. Clay Powell, who is a physical therapist with the Currahee Movement Collective here in Toccoa, Georgia. Also thanks to Dr. Ricardo Boye, who also has an office at the Currahee Movement Collective. I can't recall the specific name of his practice right now. Sorry, Ricardo. He goes to my church. He's a naturopathic doctor who recommended me to Dr. Clay Powell for my physical therapy. Also, side note, dry needling hurts like a flippity flip, but it works. Absolutely works. So thanks to those guys for getting me put back together again. Also shout out to Diamond Dallas Page and Dr. Craig Aaron for creating the DDP yoga program, which is cardio, strength, and yoga flexibility mashup type thing that has enabled me to get back into working out safely, because they have exercise programs for everyone from bedbound on up to elite athlete. And for a while there, I was pretty dang close to bedbound. I couldn't hardly do diddly squat. I still can't really do diddly squat. My hip does not like squats yet, actually. But I'm getting there. And so thanks to you guys for creating DDP Yoga, which has been instrumental in basically everything. And many thanks to everyone who has been, is now, and will continue to pray for me, because that is the most important medicine of all. Please keep it up, because Lord knows I need it. But yes, test run weekend was a smashing success. So I am so thankful, so grateful, and I will see y'all out on the trail somewhere soon.